Hello and welcome back. In this video we're going to show you how to use the cross swap feature on the Every.Finance website. Now in the previous videos I showed you how to create your MetaMask Web3 wallet securely, how to add different networks and different tokens, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can swap and bridge your tokens from one network to another. So in this example, I have a new MetaMask wallet that I have some funds. The reason I've done this is in the previous video, I shared my seed phrase, which I do not ever recommend you do. This is a secure wallet and nobody knows the seed phrase to this wallet. It's a brand new wallet for the purpose of this training video. And I've deposited 105 USD C, which is a stable token. And there's just a little bit of Ethereum in there for gas. Now the problem is we don't want to use Ethereum because it's too expensive. So we want to bridge this and move it across, which means we're going to put it right now onto the Binance Smart Chain. Now, in order for us to do that, we're going to have to move it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create the new network, add a network. We did this before in the previous video. I'm going to add the BNB chain and I'm going to approve this. Okay, I'm going to stay on Ethereum. I'm going to go back to Every.Finance and I'm going to connect my wallet. I'm going to connect my MetaMask wallet and it's going to ask me to sign a transaction. Now this is just to connect the MetaMask. This doesn't actually cost anything right now. There's no gas fee and it is only going to allow me to see, allow the contract to see the address, the account balance, the activity and suggest transactions to approve. So we're only connecting the wallet. Okay, so now our wallet is connected. We can see that because if we look inside MetaMask, the last 4 digits of our account are 3F30, and that is shown here, 3F30. So we're on the Ethereum chain. We can actually swap here. If I swap this to Binance, it will open up MetaMask and it will ask me if I want to switch network. I'm not going to do that, but that's just a quicker and easier way to do it. What I'm going to do at this stage is click on Cross Swap. Now, because I have my funds on the Ethereum network, I want to go from, and I'm going to type in here, USDC, which is where my funds are on Ethereum, and I want to send them to Binance. And I want to send them to USDC on Binance. Now, I want to send across all $105 that I have available. And I can see how much this is going to cost me. So this is using a third-party service. And all it's doing is giving us different opportunities and it's saying this is what we're going to pay in gas, in estimated fees, this is any additional costs, and this is how long it's going to take. And this is the number of steps it's going to take to get there. So if we send across $105, which as you can see, if we look inside our balance at the moment on this wallet, we currently have 105.52. So we can actually say we're going to spend 1.5.52, which is the exact balance that we have. And we're going to send that across from our Ethereum network to the Binance Smart Chain. Okay, it's also going to cost us $4.31 in gas, which means we need to ensure we have at least $4.31 in Ethereum. We do, we have $11, but as you can see, that one single transaction is already very, very expensive. When you consider that to a network like Solana, one single transaction would cost you less than 1 cent. Less than 1 cent. That's the difference in price at the moment on Ethereum compared to other networks. If you were sending something on Polygon, which is a layer 2 of Ethereum, then you would probably be spending about 2 or 3 cents on gas. So again, that's the difference between a layer 1 and a layer 2. We're going to go ahead and connect our wallet. We need to connect that. So we're going to connect our MetaMask wallet. All right, and now it's going to say we can select our maximum amount. We're going to bridge this from USDC on Ethereum to USDC on BSC. We can see what it's going to cost, the recommended way for us to go, and we can go ahead and review that bridge. Now we can go ahead and we can start bridging. This is what we're going to end up with as a result of that. It's going to use the seller C bridge via Li-Fi. Li-Fi is the third party that we're using for the cross swap, and we're going to click go ahead and start bridging. So first thing it needs to do is set a token allowance. So we're going to allow it to spend $105, which is what we're sending. You can send this higher if you want, but we're just going to set the cut. This means if we set this at 10,000, then this contract could access $10,000 from this account. At the moment, it can only access the spending cap, which is $105. I'm actually going to set that at 110, just to be clear, because it's a little bit more than what we've got here. We click on next. And it's going to cost us $5 in gas just to be able to set the spending cap. So we've not even made the transfer yet. This is before the transfer. This is simply to set the spending cap. It's already cost us $5, which is one reason why people don't like to use Ethereum right now. In the future, maybe this will change, but now you can understand why we don't want to be on Ethereum and why we're going to move across to a different chain that makes it more accessible for us to be able to use. So we're waiting for our token allowance. We can see that that's now been completed. It's now preparing for the bridge transaction, which is our second confirmation that we have to make here. And it tells us that the estimated fee for us to be able to send this transaction across is going to cost us $13. Now, this can change depending on the time of day that you're sending this. At the moment, it's quite expensive to send this. It's peak time at the moment to be able to send this. And so if I was to wait a few hours, this would come down to be around $4 or $5. We can also click on this and we can change to make it lower or more aggressive. If we decided to make it lower, it should make it a bit more expensive, or a bit cheaper. At the moment, it's a bit more expensive. So again, we're just going to wait. We're going to use the recommendations on the site. You can see right now the fee's actually gone up. The fee right now is $22. And we don't have enough Ethereum in our account to pay for this. So what I'm going to do for the purpose of this video right now is I'm actually going to reject this transaction. I'm going to stop this. And later on this evening, when we're not in the peak moments of the Ethereum network, so the gas will be cheaper because gas is related to volume. The more people using the network, the more expensive it is. So at off-peak times, it will be a lot cheaper. Still expensive, but a lot cheaper. So we're going to wait. We're going to make this transaction later when it's a bit cheaper. We'll move this across so you can see it. And then our USDC, once this is done, will show up. Now, as you can see, I've not done that because it says we don't have the gas. So we're just going to remove this transaction and we're going to leave it. And what that means right now is we have, as you can see, we've already approved this contract. So we have already paid. If we look at our token now, we only have $7 of Ethereum left. And so we still want to make this exchange. But in order to do this, we still want to make this exchange. We need to wait. Now, it does say the bridge is about $4.50 of gas. It says it should be. But this is preparing the bridge. It says this is what it's estimated, but you can see it's changed. And it went from $4 up to $10. We don't actually have enough at the moment. It's estimated fees about $13. Cheaper than it was a minute ago. Still more expensive. So again, we're going to wait. We'll do that. But once that's completed, now if I reject this, it won't cost me anything. That's fine. But what I'll need to do is if I want to send a transaction in the future, I'm going to have to set another allowance to be approved. And what will happen is this USDC that you currently see right now inside my account, this is inside, the token is inside my Ethereum wallet. What will happen is I'll be able to click on Binance Smart Chain and you'll see it on here instead. It will be on here instead. So again, it's not there right now, but you'll see it there later. And this is how this works. So we're going to do this a bit later when it's cheaper and you'll be able to see this. But that's the process that we need to go through to be able to bridge funds across from Ethereum to other networks. And if you're doing it from Binance to Polygon, you won't have these excessive gas fees.